2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
Crazy dunk from the wiry Ingram. It's going to get millions of views on whatever social media kids are using these days. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
The shot's good.
Guys, just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And it's Ingram missing. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Spurs. It's a three-point game. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Barnes. Faster quickly. Three-pointer. They get it back. Ingram outside. Just 5 to shoot. The layup missed.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
And Fox gets it to go.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
And the call will be against Emmanuel quickly. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Number 1, Brady Dick.
Here's Castle. Pass to Sohan. Spurs passing it around. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
It's Dick on the wing. Barnes the screen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the Asians.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
And the call will be against Emmanuel quickly. That's foul number 2 for him. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich, so we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling the guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Raptors trail by 8. Quickly looking it over. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Barnes. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
To the inside. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's the fast break. Dick leading the way. And And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Number 23.
Here's Dick.
Yeah.
Onside, Barrett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Paul for 3. It's rebounded by Dick. Raptors trailed by 6. From the arc. And again, Toronto no up.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Now Paul. That one good for 2.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Barnes. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Assist
Barnes has
goes
got
to
6.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And so it's San Antonio with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. They've been sharp so far, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And stolen by Biyombo. Here's Vassell. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Smooth drive by Vassell, getting himself around that contact. Man's impressive.
And here is Barnes. 6 points for him. Outside, Barrett. Barnes the screen. Barrett, no good. Spurs leading by 11. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. You got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us, perfect.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And Pirtle sends it back.
Something Jakob does so well. He's terrific at positioning himself to come up with these blocks.
No good from Lawson. Ball outside. And it's Toronto with the rebound. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA, had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto, trailing by 13.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Action on the court.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Here's Shed, puts the move on, and the layup is up and in. Shed's got his second basket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Raptors trailed by 12. Launches a three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. They get it again. The kick out to Fox. Clock at 6. Back to Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Lawson.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Fox with the steal. Here's the break. Pass to Sohan. Lays it up and banks it in. Sohan's got his first basket. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for San Antonio.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Raptors. 11-point game. Here's Wembanyama. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Now the Raptors moving it up. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Barrett driving inside.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, Barrett, a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Now here's Fox. He's got 5. It's stolen. Here's Shed. And we finished one half of basketball. It's the Spurs. They lead by 9. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
First team foul.
Barnes looking around. And that one is off. Spurs leading by 9. Here's Fox. Makes it off the glass. Fox has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Spurs.
Look at Fox fearlessly going inside, hunting for a higher percentage look.
Here's Barrett. Good D by Barnes. Here's Castle. Outside for Wembanyama. Barrett wide open. He fires. And again, no good by Toronto. And it's the Spurs ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Wembanyama down low. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
So it's the Spurs now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he shot 74 from the line a season ago.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. DA, thanks. And Barnes comes to help. Toronto working the ball around now. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Aggressive and physical. Barrett creating the contact there to draw the foul.
That one misses for Barrett. Outside, Fox. And it's off from three-point range. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. They trail by 14. There's the screen. The shot's good from Lawson. Lawson's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Fox. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Back to Fox. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the Raptors.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
For 3, Ingram sinks the three-pointer.
Timeout.
Ingram's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Toronto.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. From about 16. Here's Vassell. Got a piece of it.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end. The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Spurs leading by 6. That's a 2 from Paul. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's the Raptors ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Out to the right wing. And that's an intentional foul. The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
So he gets them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Paul with the ball. The 3. Traps in the tray. Paul's got 5 now.
And the game of basketball is one of runs, and right now this one's definitely not over.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Onside, Barrett. Five on the clock. Lawson right side. Knocked away. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about
41.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. To the middle. Here's Castle. And the layup's good off the glass.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Now, quickly. Takes it inside. And it's good. 2 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And here's Barnes for 3. It's rebounded by Quickly. Raptors trailed by 4. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Wembanyama outside. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. And the Spurs lead by 4.
How about the range? Wembanyama has that rare ability at the center spot.
And that one is good.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Wembanyama outside. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And Toronto making a change here. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. The Raptors making a switch here. So it's the Spurs now. At one point, they led by 16. It's Fox with the drive. And Pirtles sends it back. Outside, Barrett. Misses the 3.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Spurs lead by 7.
And when Fox, he's hitting consistently from deep, it opens up the floor for him and his teammates.
Pass to Ingram. With the drive. Rebounded by the Spurs. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by Quickly. Raptors trailed by 7. Here's Walter. Ingram wide open. And the Raptors miss again.
Questionable shot selection on that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Yes, to Castle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Kept alive. Back to Wembanyama. Shoots over Ingram. Wembanyama gets the bucket. Wembanyama's got 11 in the second half. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
It's a lack of focus, that's all it is, but it can be a wake-up call for teams that have gotten too careless, but rules are rules.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Right wing. Here's Pirtle, and he banks in the layup. Pirtle's got his first points in this one.
Big body Jakob using that size to get into position. Quality job. Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for San Antonio.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Ingram with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Tries again. And Ingram finishes inside. 43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Sohan. Off target with his three.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out to Ingram for the three. Ingram can't get that one to fall. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. And Biyombo has it in the corner. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage. And
damn, win B. Win fucking B, bruh. Yep, I took him out of the game. They went like shit. He got in the game, it's the man. Yeah, what the fuck, 10 for 12? That's crazy. 23 points, 12 rebounds. Fox 6 for 12. You know what I'm saying? Great back. Damn, Barnes 1 for 5. Yeah, ain't even realize. Ingram. Yeah, RJ was Ingram. Shit. The boy was snapping 3 buckets each, yeah.